By the end of this month, I will do my first muscle up. This video will serve as a documentary of my journey and a place to learn from my successes and my failures. And I know it's not guaranteed that I'll be able to do it, especially with strict form. However, this is an experiment to see what education and deliberate practice can lead to. So, without further ado, let's get started. The muscle up, the 225 bench of calisthenics. As far as I can tell, it's not actually all that good for building muscle. Maybe I'll learn something new. Day 1 right here, cranking out a few pull-ups. Today we're starting with some movements that, using my best judgment, I believe will be relevant. So now we're doing some pull-ups with a 22-pounder. Now we're doing a few sets of barbell dips. Unfortunately, the bar was rotating, so I had to add a few plates on the sides. Finally, a few L-sits. I've not done this in a while, and remember how hard it is. And yeah, I got my first muscle-up attempt, and I'm not there yet, obviously. From this point forward, I'm going to watch one video on YouTube each day and incorporate the advice to my exercise routine. I'll highlight the best videos at the end. What I'm doing here is what I like to call car trunk slams, like I'm slamming the trunk of a car with my arms. Now I'm trying my first muscle-up negatives. I climbed up to the top, and I'm letting my body drop down. Some toes to bar with some pretty lax form to work my core. Now this wasn't necessarily from a video, but I figured some weighted dips on the gym rings would be good practice for the dip on the muscle up. Skinning the cat here for fun. I'll link my skin the cat progression as well. Day 6, focusing on technique. In order to get momentum, I learned to practice with an L-sit kick. So essentially swing into an L-sit and ride that momentum up. I've been practicing the swing, the transition, the dip. I'm ready to give it a shot. I'm getting really close, but just not high enough to get my elbows as high as they need to be. But I did not give up yet. Day 8, doing some explosive pull-ups with a 22-pound weight. And after 8 days of deliberate practice, this happened. We can do whatever we put our mind to. What I thought would take me 30 days took me 8, with education and training. I succeeded by setting a goal meaningful to me, learning from my peers, and sacrificing to get there. Of course, I didn't do it by myself. The 3 most helpful videos of the 10-ish that I watched were How to Muscle Up the Best Way by Chris Heria, The #1 Muscle Up Tip That Nobody Talks About by Simnet Nutrition, and I Couldn't Muscle Up Until I Did This by Colin Murray, all linked in the description. My final tips. I practiced with a normal grip as opposed to a false grip and felt like I got more stability. I exaggerated how high my palms were on top of the bar as I gripped it. When I swung forward, I stretched my chest all the way out. When I was as far forward in my swing as possible, I pulled up using my back and by bending my knees. Then I completed the C-shaped swing by bringing my elbows close to my body. I swung my elbows to be in position over the bar and completed the dip. I'll end on this note. Fishermen are foolish to go lifetime fishing and think it's the fish that they're really after. As always, subscribe for more practical content.